Even when I'm fun fishing, I've got an aversion to failure in general. Nobody likes to go out and not get done what they're trying to do when they're fishing. I had gone out there to catch some bull redfish, and there's two ways to catch fish really. You can be exceptional or tenacious, and I was not exceptional the first half of the day. I lost track of how many sharks that I ended up unhooking and turning loose.
It's just rotated out and we're good. Just like that. And shark.
That's a bonnet head hooked in the side of the head.
This is a black tip. Another angry shark.
The fish are our business partners, but at the same time, they're our evil arch nemesis enemies. Sometimes you gotta hit them in the face enough times that they finally eat it, and that's what we had to do today.
You're out there to catch fish. I mean, it's recreation, but you're out there to catch fish. And even when I'm fun fishing, I kind of start taking it personal, and then when it happened, I was a little happier. That might be him. That may be him, Jamie.
That is what I'm looking for right there now.
That is a redfish. I'm a really private person. I'm very active on social media, but there's a lot of things people don't know about me. I was active in musicals and show choir and had a scholarship for vocals. And the thing that we're talking about now, I'm a closet gamer. I have a big screen TV upstairs. If I'm happy, I might play baseball. If I'm in a bad mood, I might play Assassin's Creed. I used to play tennis and baseball and basketball and golf and did a lot of stuff, and now I pretty much just travel 250 days a year and then sit up in the air conditioning and play PS4 and lift weights. But it's very physical. What we do is very physical. I'm 6'2", 270 pounds. So first thing that I always get when people meet me in person that haven't seen me other than on television is, holy smokes, you're a big dude. Which I kind of wish I wasn't. I wish I was built like, Mary Lou Retton, so that the fish would be like me peeking out underneath it and over the top of it, but it doesn't really work that way.
This week on Big Water Adventures.
Big Water Adventures is a destination adventure show. We go to the greatest places in the world, really, from Alaska to Australia, and we target 50+ species on film a year in 13 episodes. It's definitely adventure entertainment. It's over the top, it's ADD. You watch the show and 30 minutes later seems like 3 minutes and we're done.
He goes to a lot of places. He travels the globe catching these fish. There's no way you can be good at fishing all of these places. So one of the best things that Mark does with his show is that he focuses on the guys. He focuses on us. He focuses on the guys that he's fishing with while he's out of town. It's not all about Mark. It's about the fish, it's about the guide, and it's about teaching the people that are watching what they can do on their own. And he does that by allowing the guides that he's fishing with to share their expertise with the audience. And I think that's one of the biggest bonuses to watching his show is that you learn a lot. He says, look here, I don't fish here all the time. This guy does. Check out what he's doing because he knows the secrets to this place.
The show isn't about me. I still call my buddy Jamie Huff. I said, hey man, I could go down there and spend 2 hours catching bait, figuring out where they're at. I could figure out where the bulls are after I anchor and re-anchor 9 times. But I use the Big Water Adventures business model, which is to go to the best places in the world with the best people in the world. I had this opportunity to do Big Water Adventures, and I came up with a business plan and how I wanted to do it, with it being 50+ species a year and 13 originals. I own the whole thing. I run it alongside my wife as a business admin, and we buy time from the Outdoor Channel. It's big checks. The odds were against us doing it because just purely from the cost standpoint, I write all the checks, I manage all the sponsors, and it takes us 9 months to shoot it. And then we send it to the Outdoor Channel and they put us on the air. I'm not complaining, but it is a ton of work. I might spend a week to 2 weeks getting ready for each individual shoot, so that if we show up to a place like Tropic Star and we might be doing black marlin, blue marlin, dolphin, tunas, wahoos, roosterfish, cabera snappers, all kinds of ground fish, I literally have to be rigged and ready for all that, because 9 times out of 10, I don't know till I get there. The first 4 or 5 years was not very easy on anybody, with me traveling all the time and all the stress. My wife is probably the most patient person that I've ever been around. When I would have frustrating days that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, she would give me something to drink, give me something to eat, send me upstairs to my gaming room, tell me to lift weights, and she was really my backbone. I couldn't have done this without her. She was my support. We grew up together, actually have known each other since we were 5, 6 years old. Didn't get married until about 15 years ago. She's mother to my daughter. Baby girl's 10 years old now. Probably the reason that we homeschooled her is because my wife is an incredibly intelligent woman, and I knew she could do a great job. It allows me to be able to take them on trips where instead of talking about monkeys in Costa Rica in class, we can go to Costa Rica and I can show you monkeys. Those two girls they're the reason I do what I do, and I try to make it as easy on them as possible.
He's always the first guy to say, hey man, if you need this, call me, or hey man, you're out of town, let me know if I need to call your wife and check on her, or hey man, your boat's busted right now, come grab mine. So he's the definition of a friend, period. That's all there is to it.
The one thing with Big Water Adventures that I've never changed, you have to be able to go where we went, you have to be able to go with who we went, and you have to be able to do what we did. No special treatment, it's just Big Water Adventures, whether you're going or I'm going.